man expresses how he feels a lot of time, you're being manipulated.
Bro.
You're gaslighted. Like, what does that mean, bro? Like,
oh my God.
you want somebody to communicate with you, but then when they tell you about your ass, it's a problem.
It's a problem. Not tuned to an episode of JOCTOBER Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the link below. Got a very special guest, man. Got my dog Nate, software developer, a designer, a business owner, a friend, a brother. Thank you for coming, bro.
My God.
What's going on, man?
You know, it's always a pleasure speaking to you.
Man, most definitely, bro. You know, getting you on the show, you know, pick your brain, what you got going on. Tell people about you, like, what's new? Like, I know you from Bakersfield,
Yes, sir.
in San Diego. What brought you up?
I was in the Navy, actually, bro. So I did 6 years.
6 years.
But yeah, I was born and raised in Bakersfield, California. Most of y'all know it's like the very middle of the armpit of California. Ain't much out there. So I had to do something come 18. So that was the route I took. Luckily, I got lucky though. I was with his crazy ass for the whole time, my whole Navy career, all 6 years here in San Diego.
Right.
But no, while I was in, I was a hospital corpsman. So basically, I worked at the hospitals, clinics, did 2 years at the hospital here, Naval Hospital, San Diego.
Okay.
I worked on everything, labor, delivery, post-surgical,
Got
all types of ER, ICU, PICU, NICU, done it all there. 2 years. I also was able to deploy from there. I was overseas, Southeast Asia. We did, started off with Hawaii, Guam, we hit like Indonesia,
all over the place.
yeah, Sri Lanka, Japan. So cool experience for sure. Not for everybody, but I mean, it was cool. I mean, I did it when I was 18, so it wasn't like,
for everybody.
I say like once you hit 21, male or female, I feel like we kind of have this, once you're able to legally go out, have a good time, drink, all that kind of stuff, and it be legal, you know, I can't explain it. Like, we all know, like, come 21, your life, you feel just different at that point. So, like, that, just having to basically, at 21, start back over when it comes to learning discipline, authority, when you feel like, you know, you kind of have your shit going for you. So, I think that kind of be like a learning curve for most people who join later in life. But, I mean, I never, you know, knock anything people tend to do or try to do. So, I mean, it is what it is. But that's just for me. But, yeah, you know, did the deployment, came back. From there, I went up the road to Camp Pendleton. I was with the Marines. Yeah, that was a totally different. See, the crazy part was, when I joined the military, I had no idea that was a thing. I'm thinking, they telling me like, yeah, hospital corps, we gonna work in clinics and hospitals, that's it.
All right.
I'm not gonna be with combat logistics or, you know, stuff like that.
See, I don't know nothing about that, bro. You gotta put me on game with that. That's different. You said 2 years you were doing all that for?
So that was the last 3 years.
3 years.
But you gotta think about it, you know, we black folks, right?
Exactly.
So my mom's looking up the stuff and all this stuff going on.
I know that is.
They calling me, she like, are they gonna send y'all to war? Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, Mom, they gotta send us something wrong.
All right. She was very concerned.
Yeah, just a concerned mother, but nah, that was cool. But like, that's another aspect of it too, like in the military, for like a lot of people like are very dependent upon their family members and they don't really or haven't had like any real world experiences before joining the military. So I think that kind of fucks them up. Like it's a, you know, it's a totally different world. Like your whole life changes like when you do that.
See, bro, I never experienced it. I'm kind of glad we got on that topic. Talk a little bit about like the experience like being in the military. Like how did it like make you become a man? I can't even say that because this thing that you done witnessed that I haven't witnessed being in the military, you know, just the grind, like a structure schedule and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of has like a negative stigma. You know, like, you know how that shit goes. You hear people in the military, they think this and that. But like for me, like, you know me, I put my head down. I just grinding, but like the whole time, it wasn't like, to me, it was like I was able to separate myself from that life. Like you would never have known I was in the military. Like I didn't know that, never. Cause like to me, it's a job. Like I'm going to work, do this job, I'm coming home, and that's it. Like ain't gonna be no, I'm off the clock hanging with motherfuckers in the military. We're doing this, we drinking and doing this. Never. They didn't hear from me if you weren't at work or at work. And I'm not talking to you when we're not at work. You know, I made that. I think that's kind of how I set a boundary for myself. You know. Because all they used to do was get in trouble and just do stupid shit, but I don't do stupid shit. I had common sense before I was in the military.
No, you did always have common sense though.
A lot of people don't have common sense, and that's like, it'd be funny because like you just like, especially in boot camp, they used to be doing, make them do dumb stuff. Like they made bro do push-ups and blow dust bunnies under his bed, under across the thing. He couldn't do any push-ups to start with. So
What's dust bunnies? What is that?
Like the little dust. feel me? Like when it does pile up. What you call it?
I didn't know what it was.
Midwest folks, what you call it?
So what you call it? I don't know. I never heard of it. Talk a little bit about the software development. You know, pretty sure that's what one of the reasons why you started, because you was in the military, right?
Actually, crazy story. Remember that movie, The Social Network? It came out in 2011.
I remember that.
So for me, that probably been like my summer or my freshman year of high school. So like, I had no idea. Like, you know, we was on MySpace, all that kind of stuff. But did any of y'all ever have an idea of how none of that works? Like, how is that made?
Yeah.
So like, watching the movie, I'm like, coding? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, and the thing we didn't know on MySpace, we were coding. Everybody was coding. When you were like making your profile pictures and stuff, you learned how to code to do that. So like, that was pretty dope.
Man, got a point.
And none of us realized that.
Yeah.
And well, at least I didn't. I didn't realize that until I watched the movie. Like, damn, it's a lot that goes into making all this work.
And that's stuff that I really didn't like, you know, pay attention to, you know, because I'm glad you mentioned that, because I didn't know that shit. I was coding at a young age, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That you make a bit of sense. Got a little coding going on.
But on MySpace was it. That was a vibe. We talked
Bro,
about that,
bad, bro. They took it
MySpace
away, like.
I think so. For me, I think that changed everything. MySpace, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I think it definitely.
When they introduced like the top 8 thing, that changed everything. For obviously for people who like were on social media at the time, that changed everything. And think about this. Prior to that, you know, we can just add whatever friends. There's nothing to it. Like, you know, we're just all online doing whatever. We're friends. But once you add a rift in that by categorizing your friends, from then it's like, well, am I not popular enough to be in this person such and such? And why can't I be, you know?
Right.
I feel that changed everything, because after that it became like a battle. And I think that's where we're at now with social media and everything.
Bro, it's like you picking my brain, because I wanted to talk a little bit about that, the social media, like in reality. Like, how do you feel about that? You know, you see all these rappers out on social media talking about taking care of, you know, these girls and women. I can't speak on all women because they all think different though, but how do you feel about the, like, social media versus reality? Like, you know, you see all this capping going on the ground, people living lifestyle they ain't living in person. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's a double-edged sword. You gotta think about it though. So, prior to social media, like when it's like, you know, you're broadcasting things to your friends, it's just your immediate people.
Like
With social media, you're broadcasting that to the world.
Yeah.
So you might have someone in middle of nowhere, Kansas, that don't know who you are. It's like sees this and like, damn, that's crazy, that's lit.
Exactly.
But like, we know you.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like, okay,
Yeah.
you know. But I think, but also at the same time, like social media is a business, you know.
Yeah.
Some people use that for their businesses. If you gotta do this and that to sell a car, you know, I'm not gonna ever knock that. That's how you feed your family. There's nothing we can change about it, you know. So it's kind of just like being able to differentiate between all those things,
Yeah,
like
the real and the fake.
Yeah, but even then, like I like social media for the aspect of like motivation for me. Like on Instagram, like I see some crazy shit. Like, damn, that's a nice ass crib. Like,
Exactly.
that's straight. Like, it's never hate. It's for me. Like, I saved that shit because it's motivation for me.
Yeah.
I like that shit. So I mean,
Got its good and bad, huh?
yeah, it has its good and its bad. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna sit there and be on it all day, 24/7.
Yeah.
But like, I have my times. I just go, you know, scroll through,
That,
see what the vibe is.
Exactly. Be a little nosy, because
Yeah.
like you said, you learn stuff like TikTok. You learn like certain stuff, you know, that I didn't know about. Like, for example, they trying to ban TikTok because of the information they
Yeah,
put out.
man.
You know, what's up with that, man?
But yeah, it's crazy. I was talking to someone the other day about this. Like, TikTok in different countries. I don't want to speculate which country it is. I forgot, but it's regulated. Like, you can't watch certain things. You can't be under a certain time. Like stuff like that. But it's crazy to think that like that's possible. Like if that was even tried here, bro, what?
Yeah, so man, what is UK or something? Oh, no, we need to figure that out.
I don't know where that's at, but it's like it's censored, regulated. Like everything, what you watch on TV, what you listen to, like it's all regulated. And like just think of a world like that, it's crazy to me. Like imagine growing up, like how different your world would be compared to your world now. Here.
Right.
It's crazy.
Bro, it'd be a total difference. Just I can't even imagine, you know, that'd be different feeling for sure. You know, I see that you're a Rams guy, you know.
Oh man, you just had to go there.
I had to go there, man. Hey, I had to go there, you know.
I'm gonna say this, man. Look,
speak
this
your
is
peace, brother. Speak your peace.
This is just a Super Bowl hangover, man. It's
See, I wasn't even gonna get into that though. You went there. I wasn't even gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think about it, like, you play football, bro. You've been on team sports. You know this. And when y'all win, you don't see y'all's anything that's bad about yourselves. Because, like, we won a Super Bowl.
Right.
And we added Bobby Wagner. And, you know, we did this and that. So you would think, like, okay, now we got better. Robert Woods is better than Allen Robinson. Let's just get that out there.
Think so?
Yeah, come on, bro. What?
Y'all it is.
I don't care, man. I don't care about the numbers, bro. For what we
I
needed,
respect that.
for what we do, Robert Woods is a dog.
Okay, yeah. He's
blocking.
Glue. Yeah. It's like Cooper Kupp doing all the what he used
It's
to do.
they're the same person, bro. For real. To be honest,
It's all emotion, all the gesture.
they probably gonna think I'm stupid for crazy for saying that, but Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods are like mano a mano.
I'll give you that. I agree with that, bro. I just hate how they did him. I feel like they should have kept him, Odell, Cooper. Come on, man. But remember, Right.
when Odell got there the first day, he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
So they never really even, it never came to fruition.
Yeah. But
Like, I would love to have seen that rather than come get Allen Robinson. But I understood that Allen Robinson because you got to think about it. With the quarterbacks he had in Chicago, he was going crazy. He was still going crazy.
I mean, it's Chicago quarterback.
What he had, I'm saying, what Trubisky,
Yeah.
wherever his other quarterbacks was,
I
he was
think the
going.
system was fit around too, though.
His numbers.
Numbers, yeah. It's
I'm saying, bro, he was doing numbers.
And Matthew Stafford's a good quarterback, bro.
You would think that, but like, yeah. I'm saying more about Robinson. I'm saying, like, for me, bro, like, for what we do, we don't need that.
They don't, yeah.
We don't need that big possession receiver. We need those guys that can get dirty.
Dirty, you
Go
right.
play the slide.
You
Play
think
all the
Odell get
positions.
dirty, though?
I don't think so.
But
I know so. As a matter of fact, he wasn't getting dirty. Like, he'd have his couple games where he like, you know how LeBron, he has a couple games, he turn up.
Hold on.
But the rest of them, he coasting. You
Hold
feel
on,
me?
what you mean? Don't bring LeBron this now. Hold on, man. Hold on.
That's my guy. No. You know, I'm
gonna
saying like
I
this.
would say LeBron. Hey, I argued with my mama about LeBron. We didn't bump heads before.
Well, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Robert Woods had like that dog mentality in him. Like, he was a dog. Cooper Kupp had that dog mentality in him too. So
They
like,
gonna bring him back?
I hope so, man. What Kodak say? I hope so.
He said, look good. I said, I hope so. I always want to ask a person here that was a Rams fan, like, so you guys won the Super Bowl, let go, you know, lose Von Miller in that free agency.
Hey, listen.
How was that?
Hey, Sean McVay wasn't wrong. Bro said he told me, Sean, he told him what the offer was. He said, you got, bro, if I'm you, go get that.
Yeah, he told him that?
40 M's.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't
Who's waiting? I'm thinking we finna get him on a vet minimum. Like, he finna run it back.
Nah,
But
he want that paper.
Man, I want that paper.
Yeah.
Somebody told me 40 M's at however old he is. Like,
And
come on.
he's in
What
his
we
late
talking about?
30s, and then they gave him 6 years.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, ain't nothing to talk about. He in Buffalo, though, man. I'm not a fool.
They got a chance, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Buffalo, I mean.
I like, but who you got winning this year? I know your team out, you know. I know that.
Y'all don't kill me for saying this. But do you guys ever notice when there's like a natural disaster, like something crazy going on in the world, that city's team wins the national championship in whatever sport it is?
Okay.
The Giants, 9/11.
God.
Hurricane Katrina, the Saints.
Saints.
Something in Texas that happened. The Astros won.
Oh, the Astros. I seen those at 2015.
I don't remember the year it was. The Astros won. It's happened a lot though. Like it's happened a lot.
So
I'm thinking, and now I'm crazy. I'm glad he's okay. Like that's crazy. That was
the big,
great.
Yeah, bro.
That was a crazy situation, bro. Like that's for anybody. Like that's sports fan or not. That's hard to see. Like hard to watch that. Like these guys fought day in and day out with that guy every day. To see him like that, and for however many thousand people, million people on TV or in person saw that. Yeah, that's not something you can just like
go quick. Yeah.
Right.
That's like your brother. You had it down.
Right.
Monday through Saturday. Sunday you got treated, you know.
So knowing that, you know, all these sports entities are entertainment businesses, I feel like the Bills are gonna be there.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
You think some fluky gonna happen at the end of it?
So I'm gonna be real, like the Bills, like, and this is not just me being a bitter Rams fan, this is telling the fact. Like their schedule, if you go through let's put up this schedule, who teams they play this year.
Because they scheduled.
I don't think it, like we had the number one, I'm saying this right now. We had the number one hardest schedule for the NFL this season.
Bro, and
we did.
Because like you said, like they paid the Patriots, you know, that's gonna be
like run through pull up like all of them, like the old games.
Oh, you want to see the whole schedule, huh?
Like this whole season, who would they been playing?
Bro, like the first game, Broncos.
Come on now.
They played you guys next game, Rams, Dolphins, Pittsburgh, Green Bay, Vikings, Lions, Jets, Bears, Patriots. They got Who was the Colts, Panthers, Titans, Ravens, Chiefs. That was a good game. Chiefs, Jacks, Browns, Patriots again, Miami, and the Bengals.
Y'all got really
what,
4 or 5 games that y'all like
4 or 5 games.
had to really thug it out. Like
4 or 5 games, and
like, come on now.
and some of them like the Jets game. You know, they played them twice. First game.
Hey, shout out BJ Reed, town hero, man, Bakersfield.
Yeah, he from Bakersfield.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Oh yes sir, that's tough. He clean. He nice. He have a good year.
Man, they got 2 lockdowns, man.
2 lockdowns.
2.
Yeah.
Sauce on the other side.
So who your top 5 players in the NFL right now? No positions, just top 5.
It's top 5.
It's top 5.
In order.
Healthy.
Healthy?
In order. Healthy, yeah. That's
Okay.
gotta be healthy.
So let's do it. We're gonna do it healthy. I'm gonna go. This not even being biased, but this is the most dominant player in football, possibly football history. Aaron Donald.
Okay.
The disruptor. And we're going Devontae Adams right after
I
that.
like that. My boy talks to me. I like that.
That man just tap.
He said,
He be, anybody know, like, it don't matter. You can put your best corner. Their feet gonna be
You see what he did? No
He shake
disrespect.
everybody.
Boy Jalen Ramsey.
He do it to everybody.
Yeah.
He's like that.
He like that. How he come up the line like he dribbling, bro.
He got ballet feet, bro. Like,
I don't know what he be doing.
it's like, you know how it is. I don't know if you ever played like DB, but like as a DB, you watching the hits.
Yeah.
He don't really have much hit
Yeah,
flow.
yeah.
It's all feet. Like he's able to break it down to like,
It's
He's
has,
twitching.
yeah.
cause like you can't guard it. Like I be watching Amari Cooper too. Those are 2 of the best
2
runners in the
runners.
league right there, technicians.
Top 2.
Easily. So it's like just watching them, they don't really do much hit movement.
Yeah.
They're gonna show you with their shoulders,
Yeah.
their eyes, and his feet.
You know something.
Ochocinco too. Like he had feet.
Bro, I feel like he can still play in the league.
He still got it.
Long time.
Real, I was meant trying to really come back.
You seen that, bro? I'm glad you mentioned it because I was looking at it on Undisputed. And Skip and Shannon was talking about it like Skip is always talking crazy, but he was saying like he's too old. They ain't one when he was 45.
I'm saying, dog, like it's okay, man. We all had a run.
Yeah, everybody had a run.
I can't knock it though, man. But get your
17
bag,
though,
bro. You know thing. It's Terrell Owens, so
Yeah.
man, he deserves a chance. I mean, he said he can still got it. Randy Moss played what 10 ever.
10 ever, yeah. And I feel like his season was too short, you know?
Who else? Jerry Rice played 10 ever.
Bro, Jerry Rice. Just imagine him in that prime time, like, right.
Measure prime time, his prime time. What? But back to his top 5.
Yeah,
we
but top
forget,
5.
man. You had, hold on. So I just said Aaron Donald,
Adams,
Devontae Adams. Man. See, my list, y'all gonna see. I don't be, you know, mine be unbiased, bro.
Yeah.
I think about this like top 5 players, like right now we talking like disrupting
Let's
the
do
game,
right now.
bro.
Yeah, let's stand up again.
Man, Micah Parsons, bro.
I like that. Like that.
He everywhere, sideline to
Like
sideline. He chasing the play down 50 yards down the field.
He is.
He picks up the inner, like, come on, he playing. He dropping back in coverage, like
exactly.
he can go run to tight end and receiver. Like what?
Hey, he is. He doing his thing. Bro, so fast too.
He quit like it's crazy.
So you got him. So that's number 3.
So Micah,
2 more.
let's see. Even though I don't think he's been going crazy like that, just for the sheer fact that like we know he's like that. And Derrick Henry.
He's been on there. It's like I can say so much about him, bro. But who's number 5? Derrick Henry's a dog, man.
And y'all gonna hate me for this one, but for me, I like just multifaceted, just game changers. I don't like so what I'm about to say is not Patrick Mahomes. Let's get that out the way. I'm not gonna say Patrick Mahomes.
No quarterbacks in the top 5.
For me, like, this guy is a disruptor. Like, he's on that. Like,
He gotta be a defensive guy.
we can go in right now with him.
Who?
I ain't never had the best receivers, ain't had the best run game, but we still been winning with me. Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah. Okay, I respect it. But bro, before we even move forward, what about his contract situation? How you feel?
We're not playing another game. We're not lacing him back up, coach. No, sir.
Playoffs, bro?
Pay me.
I respect that because he needed to get paid. But it's like, bro, do you feel like he put himself in this situation?
Earl Thomas, remember?
Okay.
Remember Seattle?
Yep.
Didn't pay him.
They didn't
Broke his
pay
leg.
him. Broke it. Look, they did. Yeah, let him go.
Remember he was flipping them off while he was coming off the field. Remember that?
I remember that. He flipped
That
him off.
changed it. Once that happened,
Changed everything.
now like players are like, wait a minute. That can happen to me because it's Earl Thomas, bro.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Earl.
Earl.
Deep, what 8, 9 time Pro Bowl? Like,
Come on, man. Earl.
That's Earl, big Earl. So, yeah, but it's like, that's Lamar too, though. Yeah, it's just, bro, I don't see them winning. Without him, they not winning. See, the situation with Earl was, I mean, the defense not going to play the same, but you got Chandler, you got Sherman at corner, You got Bobby Wagner, but like you said, they got Russell and
Cam Chancellor.
Cam Chancellor, yeah, they got
Bruce Irvin.
Bro, I can go on and on. Marshawn Falk. It's just like, bro,
Yeah, team.
you got Russell at quarterback who could just still lead you to the playoffs, but with this situation, Lamar, he is a team, you know.
That's my point. Same thing with Justin Fields. Like, the boys is really carrying the whole team on his back.
But it's like he gonna
besides him and Montgomery, like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
They traded away the defensive players, traded away the offensive players. Like, what's the plan?
What's the plan? You know, they brought my boy Deshaun Jackson over there, so I was happy for that. To see him come, it was pretty cool, bro.
Back in there, even though they didn't do nothing with it. I mean,
bro,
you feel me?
you think they is too early still? They gotta do something with it, bro.
See, this is my thing, bro. They had the team since all the players they got from us that year when they stole Johnson, they stole Troy Hill. They had a couple more players they got from us that year. They had the craziest defensive lineup that year. They were supposed to do it that year.
And they didn't do it.
They had all the receivers. They had the running game. They had it all. They had the offensive line.
They had everything. They had everything.
At what point? Ooh, you feel me?
Yeah.
I think at that point it becomes more of a coaching thing. Look what, and y'all gonna kill me for this too. Baker Mayfield been turning up with the Rams. What is it?
Bro, glad you mentioned it.
He went to the Panthers. Wasn't turning up.
One doing it. I think it's a system too. Though.
It's a system.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, think about it though. Matt Rule's system, he had what? Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Who else do they have?
Damn, they had Bridgewater. That's a good question. You don't know.
Damn, what's bro's name? They had a couple more dudes. Y'all know who we're talking about though. The guy he loved. He didn't want to get rid of him. He drafted him. Loved him. What's the guy's name?
What was his name, bro? I should know his number.
And he wasn't really like, we know he wasn't that guy, but he just loved him. I got it.
Good, yeah. But like for example with the Baker Mayfield, you see how the offense like it's just smooth and he fit everything, you know.
But I think it was this is a similar offense he's running with the Browns.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
I want to think the only difference would be your receivers not getting separation.
Set it up. But
yeah, David and Njoku.
Hold on.
Juice. When was Juice? When the last time he been good?
Hold on.
Like we thought him and Odell teaming up, they finna go crazy. Y'all think he finna go crazy? The whole time, like, who?
Hold on. You said, okay, pause for a second with the receivers. I want to jump back to what we was talking about earlier, the topic, being like a business owner, I know you got the Common Faith brand. Like, how is it like being like a business owner, getting yourself going, trying to like navigate through stuff, because like COVID happened 2 years, 2.5, I want to say 3 now because 2023. Mm-hmm. Happy New Year's too, by the way, my brother.
Appreciate that, my dog.
Man, so like how is that like getting your business going, starting with a fresh, positive mindset? Like how is that?
I think first off, like, obviously we pray for everybody that lost their loved one or anybody due to the pandemic. But at the same time, I think for a lot of us, it was a blessing in disguise. Like, I think the pandemic woke a lot of people up or allowed a lot of us to have time to even, think into being an entrepreneur or learning these things. So for me, even before the pandemic, I had trust fund. I don't know if you remember that with my buddy Aaron. Shout out to my dog, man. That's my guy. With trust fund, we had that going. It was up and cool, but I had some personal stuff that I was doing. I wasn't really like super hands on with that, but he was continuing keeping that afloat. And I'll say this because I've already, we've already talked about it, but I think for me, I learned a lot from that because even though like I was like I might have been the originator. You come to someone, you bring them along, and they get to a point where like they're actually doing this more than you. Like, you feel me? So I had to have that conversation, And at first I was kind of like I resented it, I'm like, no way, hell no, like you feel me? That's But like now, like I realized like he right though, like like I'm hella wrong about that. So like now like we talked about that. So I think for me like after that, it made me like think like I still want to do this, but I want to do it the right way. As far as like I want to learn like about why, what was I doing wrong, and how can I do that better this time? So like the last time I went through it, I filed my LLC using like a third-party service. It was pretty expensive. Like I didn't know.
Third-party service.
Yeah, I think what was it, LegalZoom?
Oh, I heard about that. So that okay.
So they taxed me, man. But like me, I was just so oblivious to the fact that like you can go to the California Secretary of State website and do it yourself, file it yourself. Right now, it's free. I don't know about any other state, but for California, it's free, and also it costs $800 to, unless you have certain, stipulations.
Okay.
It costs $800 to operate the LLC in California every year. You pay that annually, but for the first year, it's free. So you want to go try some shit, like right now is the best time to go try some shit.
Bro.
And then just in general, like y'all can't be afraid of failure, bro. Like I feel like a lot of people are afraid of failure. Like for me, I think it's the two things. A lot of us are afraid of failure and also kind of like the reaction of that. Like, you know, like are people messing with it? Do they like it? Do they not like it? Like, why do people not like it? And just like failure. For me, like failure just means go back to the drawing board and try it again, and you know what not to do now.
Right.
You know?
Okay. See, and I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people be so like nervous about failing. Like, oh, I don't want to do this. You know, they second guessing themselves. Was there a point in time in life that you was like, I failed again, so I'm gonna keep going? Like, what motivates you to keep going in life with what you're trying to accomplish?
Okay, that's a good one. So, like, before we do that, let me finish explaining the last part, like just getting the LLC started before I forget.
Oh, go look.
So
my bad.
I know you're good. So it's gonna be we're probably gonna bounce back and forth about that. But so like I was saying, you can now go on there to the California Secretary of State or whatever state. I don't know how it is for anyone else, but you know, I did that, filed the LLC. I had no idea about business credit, no idea about what a DUNS number was, employee EIN, like nothing like that. Tax ID, didn't know anything about any of that kind of stuff. So like really like that failure from, it wasn't a failure, it's not a failure. I would say just like taking everything that I didn't know, like with trust fund, I'm taking all that, I'm like, okay, let me sit back down and reevaluate this whole thing. Like I watched millions of videos, I looked up all kinds of stuff, read all kinds of crazy stuff to kind of just figure out like how can I be better with this time around. So like this time around, like everything legit. Like you can Google the company, bro. It's gonna pull up a profile, phone. I got a business phone number,
You really
business email, website. Like with the code and stuff, you know, I did the website. Like really, I'm trying to just like how Nip used to always say, man, fuck the middleman. You know, just kind of. Cut out the middleman, just like do as much as I can. That way I have my own touch on everything. You know, I want to like know what's going on, be in the know, and not just take something and throw it out there. Throw it out there.
I like that.
But like I also at the same time, it makes you more conscious of what you're doing, because like it's more risk to it, you know. But like you know, if I'm really passionate about it. I feel like if you are taking your time out and getting knowledge from something, that you're gonna be more passionate about it. Like for you. You're talking to me about like automation and stuff like that. Like you don't do these things and take your time to look it up and pay for these things not to do nothing with it, you know? So it's like I feel like you gotta really just get into it, man. Just look up everything though. But like I said, business credit, back to that, like I said, no idea. Like that was even a thing, bro. I thought you feel me, like how you get a loan? I didn't know. I thought you go to a bank and sit down and give them a plan and I need $100,000. They'll be like yes or no based on that. Like DUNS number, look that up, y'all. Basically, it's like your social security. The best way I can describe it is like your credit number, like your credit account type shit. So like, it's like your Experian for. That's not. Let me get this right. Let me get the best way to explain this. It's like your DUNS number is like your social security number is the best way I can say it. So like, whatever credit lines you got, whatever business you're doing, like it's reported like based on that. That's how it reports to you, your business. And then from there, you can look at different things. I have what's called NAV, which is how it's like NAV is like Experian for like business accounts. So like you can get like your credit scores and everything for your business through that. But like with the DUNS number, you have to have an EIN, which is an employee identification number, which is basically allows you to have employees, you know, if need be. But once you do that, you have like a profile. Also getting yourself listed in the 401 directory, so where I can call 401 and you're legit. They look at all that kind of stuff. So they want to know if you have a website, creditors, when they're like, you're trying to get credit. They want to know if you have like a website, a business phone number, like a profile can look you up in the directory, like things like that. Also like, is your business address like a legit place? Like things like that are factors, believe it or not. Like
people don't know that either, bro.
Yeah. So like, for instance, say you're doing like a recording studio you're opening up. But it's at your house. If you can get with the registered agents and get like fictitious addresses, which is a business address you can use, which basically is like an address to a building. They can accept all your legal mail, all that kind of stuff. And like if I look it up, it's a legit place. It's a legit building. It's a nice, you know. So those are all things to look up. But the internet is just your wealth of knowledge. Like anything you want to know, you can do it.
Bro,
So
anything. It's right there. And I feel like a lot of people, like, I won't even say just us black people, just people in general be lazy, you know.
they want it to come to them.
Yeah, they
man.
don't
That's
like the
like,
grind, you know.
I appreciate my mom for this the most, my family more, my parents for this the most. Actually, just like they like really at a young age. I want to say like around middle school, like elementary school. I would say I always had like I wanted to grind and get my own money because my mom always like, you know, your mom be like, you got McDonald's money, like things like that. Like yes, I got it, you know. You know, from there I'm like, well, what can I do to make money? Like, so I used to like pressure wash driveways. My grandma, I used to squeegee my grandma's windows.
A young hustler. Huh?
Shout out to Granny because like for a job that back then you could have. This is like 2000, man. I don't know,
2004,
8, 9. I don't know. This is back when, to me, man, $20 is a lot of money. Grammy used to hook it up, bro. Grammy used to like. I think it was because like she saw I'm hustling, like I'm trying, you know.
No,
She take care of me, her, and then like I used to also mow lawns, washing cars. My grandpa, man, shout out Kool-Aid's Car Wash, man.
Ooh, Kool-Aid.
Rest in peace, my grandfather.
Rest
But no,
in
he
peace.
used to wax and wash cars. So he taught me how he used to do that. So
Hey, what's the place called? Kool-Aid's Car Wash?
that was his nickname, Kool-Aid.
Nah, that's hard. I like
Yeah,
that.
but no, he had.
That's hard.
It's at, you know, it's at the crib. Like they'd come up, he'd do it. No, he's an Army vet, you know. That's my guy, you know.
Shout out to him, man.
Rest in peace.
I like that, bro. That's hard. Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no, I think it really started then, just like having that spirit to just want to try things new and get it out the mud. You know,
No, fact.
I don't like. I'm always been a curious person to it. Like I want to know how Bill Gates is Bill Gates. I want to know how Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. I want to know how LeBron is LeBron. I want to know how anybody is anybody. Like I want to know, like how did you get there? What made you get there? Where'd you mess up at?
Right.
What are some things we should not do?
Mm-hmm.
And like you know, I get that from everyone though.
Yeah, see, and I like that, bro. Looks like you big on research, you know.
Exactly.
And that's what us people don't do. We go research and try to figure it out. You know, I'm gonna be honest. At a point, I'm like, and I'll figure it out this way. But like, for example, with TikTok, it's showing you all this information about how to cook, how to do little things, and we learn now at a late age. I want to say, but it's you know, you live and you learn too, though, bro.
Yeah, no, like even then, bro, like even I'd say even a few years ago, I was still going out and paying for courses, paying for this, paying for that, and nothing against that. Like sometimes that's necessary. Like you know, there's some things that you gotta. Like some of those courses were totally worth the bread spent on, you know.
I feel like some of the courses be getting over on people too.
Some of those like the ebooks, that kind of stuff. Like
I ain't going for it.
Like there's no knock to nobody, but like I think
I just hate how they say they for the people.
Yeah, like that. A lot of the ebook world is like just to run up a bag, bro.
Yeah.
Like think about it. Think about this. Say, let's just say I'm an athlete. Let's say I'm anybody. I'm an NBA player, bro. Whatever. A known NBA player. I'm an all-star. Whatever. You know, it don't matter. Let's say I put out a book on how to become an NBA player. On Instagram, on TikTok. Let's say I have 3 million followers. Out of those 3 million followers, let's say even 1% purchase my $10 ebook. Do the math. And think about it. Are half these people gonna make it to the NBA?
No.
Come on. Do they know that?
They don't know that. They think they do.
And no, not like I believe in everybody can do everything, but like, come on, like we know.
Yeah, you know, it's all a catch, like you said.
Like we know you're not gonna be 6'8", you're not gonna be 5'2", like even 5'4". Like, come on, now we know. Y'all know what I'm saying.
They
like,
know.
To me, like it just depends. Like some people are in it for a good reason. Though, like there are some that are like really personable, where like you have access to them, like outside of just them giving you the knowledge and saying.
That's the best
You
part.
feel me? Like if I can hit somebody up and have a question, they'll be like, jump on a call with me, like I'll walk you through that, or like yada yada yada, or I'll meet up with you and do that. That's totally different from me just buying something and like I don't, you know.
What to do? Yeah, nobody.
What if I have a question?
Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
what if I got who do I call? You know.
Right.
And that's all. Like you said, it's a money thing, and I feel like a lot of these people, we for the people. I want to have a master program class that'll help people be able to get the knowledge, information that I didn't experience or I didn't know. I'm like, bro, they give this whole speech, I did this for 6 years and it took me this long, and I'm trying to prevent that from other people going through that.
Yeah. I guess let me rephrase that though. Like I don't have anything against it, because like I told you earlier, man, if that's how you feed your family, that's how you feed your family. You know, you aren't hurting me doing that. You know, you aren't really hurting anybody. I mean, that's what they want to spend their money on.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
Is what it is. But I think I was speaking more towards the ones that like
already
at the end are like, I guaranteed to get you this. Look what I got, kind of thing. Those be like.
Man.
They'll be the ones like I can look at your cheap ass marketing flyer and tell this is a gimmick, bro.
Like
this is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Like, I can look at this like a lot of that affiliate marketing shit. Like, come on, man, what we doing?
Like he said, what we doing? Come on, man.
Like a lot of that stuff, but like I mean, like I said, I don't. That's how people feed their family. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do what you do. Like, but for me, like I can look at that stuff. You can kind of tell when it's genuine, when it's not genuine. Like,
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of like, if it's personable, I look for more towards those things than the ones that are just giving me something and telling me go learn. Because, like, a lot of times, I guess the best advice I can say is just, like, go look it up yourself first. And if, like, what you're looking up, you don't comprehend or have questions about, and you want to get the knowledge from someone who's, you know, a subject matter expert, sure. You know, nothing against that ever. But, like, just research yourself. Really.
Yeah. No.
That's the best way I can put it, man.
That's true, bro. And I want to go back to one of the topics we was talking about earlier, you know, with the like reality and stuff. Like, I know you've been seeing on social media how these women been talking about the 50-50 and like your partner. Let's talk about that a little bit. How do you feel about, you know, let's say you got a partner, significant other, and y'all splitting the bills, you know, rent and everything. How you feel about that?
Let's start with this. Since the beginning of time, we've been like tailored to think that, tailored to understand that the man, head of the household, that's their responsibility. From the beginning of time, well, back then at least, you know, the women stayed at home, took care of the children, you know, did all the stuff around the house. The man went to work, made the money, got the groceries, you know, came back, the wife made the dinner, you know, and that was it.
All right.
But with the way we are now, like women, and I love this because, you know, I have 1 million sisters, you know, so 8 sisters, you know, I got a lot of, but like, no,
8 sisters.
But yeah, no, so like, you know how it is now, like, I'm all for like women being empowered, you know, being their own bosses, doing their own thing.
For sure.
I will say this, I think sometimes this conversation and just even social media kind of gets in the way of a man being a man, you know?
Exactly.
Like, I think it's within most of us to like want to be able to do that. Like, I think every man wants to work hard to be able to provide for their families and to make their wives and their significant others' lives as easy as possible, you know? I think that's kind of like a common thing in the world. Does it always happen like that? No. If you're able to do that, like take everything off your significant other, sure, I'm all for that. Yes, that should be what you want.
Both sides just for the men.
That's the thing. See, if you say no, you're gonna have women out there that are saying, well, I can do it if I wanted to. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, for me, I'll say personally, I would always want to do everything. Like, you know, like, I mean, that's just me. Like, I want to do that. But like, if that's what I'm able to do, don't put me in a situation or us in a situation where I can't do that. Or like men, don't put yourself in a situation, wherever it is, don't put yourself in a situation that you can't keep up with.
Exactly. You know, you got to learn your lane.
So if you tell your significant other, quit your job, make sure y'all can pay the bills, you know? That's all I'm saying. So like,
make sure that bag right.
But for me, again, personally, I think that, you know, as a man, that, you know, that's kind of what I'm working towards, to be able to do that and provide that. That's kind of like my always, like, that's like another thing, like, I'm big on like family shit, like, so I always want to go harder to like make sure that we all good. Even my homies, like, anybody that ever calls me, I cannot talk to you for 5 years. You called me, it's like nothing. Like, you need something, I got you. Like, it's just how I am. Like, it's just like, that's in me. So like, for me, like, I want, as long as we all good, everybody's good, that's all I care.
That's all I care. And I respect that too, though, bro, because you got some people, like women, that, no, he got to pay for everything. But like, you think just cooking in the house, you know, you doing laundry, I mean, that's cool and all, you know. I ain't got no problem with it, because as a man, like, for example, if I'm going out with my woman, I'm paying for the dinner, you know.
Yeah,
that's how I was raised, you know. Yeah,
that's what it is, really. That's how not everyone's raised like that. Yeah. We're raised like that. Yeah. Like, we, you know, shout out moms, was raised like that. So like, even if, like, this is another thing, like, when people are, this whole talking, dating, like, even in that kind of whatever, I hate all that. We're not gonna get into it. So even then, like, even if a girl invited me, like, hey, let's do this or that, like, some people are like, well, then she should pay for it. I be seeing it online too.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I don't care. I'm not gonna let you pay for it. Like, for me, it's good enough if you just at least offer. I'm good enough with that. At least offer. You feel me? Like, and you're not. It's not obligation, but like that just makes me like at least let me know like what the, you know.
Like,
what's the vibes?
What's the vibes? She ain't just gonna just make me do everything. Yeah.
It's not even that. It's not even that. 'Cause I don't like. It is what it is. Like in my opinion, bro. Like you gonna spend money. You gonna make money. Like it is.
You gotta spend money to make money, man.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Like. And we can get into that, bro. Like I had this conversation. I was having this conversation. I don't know if we want to. Are we done?
No, we can get up in that conversation.
Okay. So I was having this conversation about like generations ago. You know, it was preached savings. It was preached like savings. You know, and IRAs, 401k. That stuff was preached. But like in today's society, like the way with so many ways to make money, like music, media. You name it, crypto, stocks, like you name it. I was having a conversation of where I was saying that, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I feel as though it's a better idea and method to make money outside of just sitting there. Like you personally use your money to create extra leverage for yourself, rather than let the banks do it or just letting it sit in, like I said, just letting it sit there, getting that yearly or whatever. Like for me, I want to know where my money is going. That's just how I am. Like I want to see it. I feel as though I can do. I know it's so I can do better with it in my hands than giving it to you to go do.
Yeah, you don't know what they're doing with them.
And just think about this concept. Let's just say I had $100,000 on bank account hypothetically, and I go in there, right? I can't walk into the bank on Tuesday at 12 p.m. and say, "Hey, I'm here to withdraw the $100,000 in my account."
Right.
They're gonna be like, "Huh? $100,000 in cash?
Yeah.
You can't do that."
Right.
So imagine, think about that.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But it's your money though.
It's your bread.
I can't walk in there and say, "Hey, can you get my money right now, please?"
They go look at you like you said, "What?"
They gotta go rob Peter to pay Paul. They gotta go ask the Brinks truck man, bring a load in.
Come on real quick. Yeah. And you don't want to deal with that, bro.
So like for me, I want to, and like. Obviously, you know, it's you know, over time, those things obviously grow. Cool, sure. But if I can make $10,000 a year rather than damn, I don't know, 1,000.
And from the bank,
I'm cool. Like, come on now, let me do that.
Make it make sense. You gotta
make
it
right.
Make sense, right.
I'm trying to be. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to be working nothing past 50.
Bro, I was gonna say 45, 40.
I'm saying,
man,
that's what it's like. I'm not gonna stop grinding to then, for real.
No, absolutely not. I don't even let the gas out.
My body already hurt now. The moment I can just chill and do nothing, man, come on.
Your body hurt right now. Man, getting old though. 26, how much your body hurt? Come on.
25, man. Come on.
25. I just smacked the yield. That's even worse.
Quarter life crisis.
That's even worse. 25, how much your body felt. Man, you just getting started. That's a quarter of your life.
Man, quarter life crisis.
Ah, Lord have mercy, bro. So, you know, since we was talking about the relationship and stuff like that, what's your perfect type of woman? What kind of woman you looking for right now? If you even looking for one.
Bro, that's crazy. I thought we wasn't gonna get into that.
Cut that out.
No, we on it now. No.
Well,
I'll describe my perfect.
Yeah, what's your perfect?
For me, I don't. You know me. I don't need it. You feel me? Like, it's the vibe, man. Like, I like if it's like easy to communicate with that person. Like, you tell each other everything. Like, there's no. You feel me? Like the arguing and stuff happens, but it shouldn't be all the time. We shouldn't be arguing about what somebody said yesterday, last night. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm big on that. Like, peace. Yeah. I don't want to argue. I don't want to yell at nobody. I be really just going to chill, for real. That's another thing. Like, imagine being mad at somebody because they aren't mad that you're mad. Like, how does that work? We can't all be mad. Like, we don't make no type of good decision when you're mad.
Yeah, it don't.
You don't say something you don't want to say. I don't be like, you don't mean. I hope so, at least. Like, you know. Yeah.
See, and that's and I respect that because I feel like communication is a big part of like relationships with women.
Yeah.
You know, get on us about. I'm gonna be honest, us men, we're not the best at communicating.
No, for sure. That's another thing. Like, I wasn't always good at communicating. Like, I never. It wasn't until really recently, like a few years ago, where I feel like I've even become someone who talks about stuff. You know, like me, I'm quiet. I don't really like. It can be a problem, but I used to not say nothing. Like, I would just lay back. I would just be like whatever and let it. But that'd be wrong though, because then it'd be having that moment where it just keep build up.
Bro,
and they get to that explode and you look crazy. That's happened to me before. Like,
Bro, it happened to me.
I don't say nothing, and it just keeps building up to the point where, like, you know what? Hell no. Like, come on, what am I doing here? Like,
and that's us like trying to be tough and hold it in.
yeah, but like whole time, it's okay. If that shit hurt, it hurt.
Man,
like,
look, she was
say
like,
something.
some of you niggas out there got feelings too, man. Don't be out here acting too tough, man.
You know, as a man, you can't have feelings, bro.
Yeah.
But like, man, I'm to the sky with all that. Come on,
Hey,
man.
baby, that hurt me right there. You
I'm
know,
let you know.
man, you know.
That's
what
man.
I'm working on.
If you expressing that, see, that's another thing. When a man expresses how he feels a lot of time, you're being manipulated,
Bro.
you're gaslighting. Like, what does that mean, bro? Like,
Oh my God.
you want somebody to communicate with you, but then when they tell you about your ass, it's a problem.
It's a problem. Are you like
Well, what about when you did? We're not talking about me. We're talking about
man.
you. We already got me. You got me already.
He said you got me,
I already apologized for that.
All
We're
right.
talking about that
Like,
stuff.
we going back to
We
the
don't-
old stuff today. Yeah.
right now.
I hate that's one thing. Not all women, bro, but they so big on bringing up the old pal. You did this, and I'm like, bro. So if I go back and do this, it's a problem. I say you did this, you know. So it's like,
Yeah, we can't both. Like, that's another thing. Like, we shouldn't both be doing the same shit.
yeah,
Once you see, from a young age, if me and you together
yeah,
and you touch something and your mama hit your hand,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch that.
exactly. Like I say that.
Just like your mama say, if Billy jump off the cliff, you gonna jump with him.
That was man clip.
Sometimes I'm thinking like, damn, well, what Billy's trying to do is kind of lit though. Like,
We ain't thinking though, like, we young and dumb.
You say fuck 'em.